And so tell me about your collection that you're presenting as part of the NBC's Emerging Designs
Yes, absolutely. I'm really excited to be here showcasing my fine jewelry collection. My namesake brand, Gwen Beloti Collection, is inspired by my background in fashion. I was a fashion designer for some time. The name of the collection is Woven Essentia. A lot of the elements remind me of how threads and material is woven together, and I'll show you some of the pieces. I wanted it to be really wearable, but also really luxurious as well. So we have a range of price points, and I only design yellow gold because to me that represents the ultimate luxury, if you will. Stacking and layering is also really important for me because I want our customers to have options and have fun when they get dressed with their jewelry. Another element that's really special and important to me is our inclusive sizing. So all of our rings go up to a size 12. We also offer longer extenders. I want all women to feel beautiful in our jewelry. I had issues with fit throughout my life, so this speaks to me in that regard as well. So that was really important to me. And also representation, like when you look at our website and you look at the women that are wearing our jewelry, they might have rounder faces or chunkier fingers. I want this to be really inclusive, not exclusive at all. So those things really speak to me personally and also to a broader audience as well.
So what made you pivot to jewelry from fashion?
Good question. I've always loved fashion, fashionable things like cooking and making really pretty food and like really nice pins and whatnot. So I wanted to make clothing that fit me well, right? We spoke a little bit about my issues with fit, with my weight being up and down, but I've always loved jewelry. So when I had a hard time finding apparel, I was obsessed with the accessory part of the store. So shoes, handbags, and jewelry, right? So I've always loved and revered and collected jewelry. So it wasn't new to me as far as style. It was only new to me with regard to designing it. So at one point I was doing apparel and jewelry, but the jewelry was it was different. It was different for me and I think different for the customer. So I went with what felt right. So I just think this is the trajectory that I was meant to be on, and I'm so excited to be where I'm at today.
It sounds like there's more room to express your personality through jewelry than fashion, maybe.
Oh my God, 100%. I still love them both, but if I'm being honest, I think this is more emotional, if you will, right? We don't have to adorn ourselves with jewelry. We don't, but we choose. So we have to get dressed, right? You have to put on clothes. Unless you want to go outside naked, probably not. But when it comes to jewelry, like you really pick what you want to wear, how it's going to make you feel, how it's going to complement everything else. So I love that special element of it.
Okay, so tell us a bit about one or two of your favorite pieces.
Ooh, can I bring them out and show you? Okay. So I'll show you one that it feels a little simple, but it's really special. So this is our take on the signet ring. And then again, the name of the collection is Woven Essentia. So the pattern here just reminds me of how thread is kind of woven together. And I appreciate classic, but I like a twist on things. So this is our take on the signet ring. So you think of classic, but it also feels fun, very wearable. So this one is really fun and special in a subtle kind of way. So this is probably my next favorite. So I wanted to play with shapes, and I still use words that I used when I was designing apparel, like pattern and silhouette. Like I like to marry those two, and I like this pattern, this consecutive pattern that you can see of the trillion and the princess and the round. So this one is really special, and it's super sparkly.
Are those yellow diamonds that you use?
No, it's the reflection from the gold. Yeah, absolutely. These are all white.
Pretty.
Thank you. And I'll show you one more. So these are probably my favorite. They look beautiful on, and then going back to that pattern and silhouette, I knew I wanted it to have a boxy classic feel. So I actually created the pattern first, the pattern of where you can see kind of like the prison or the fluted area of the gold and where the emeralds are placed. And then I knew I wanted it to be in like a frame shape. So I kind of married those two elements together. And on the air, they just look really, really, really pretty. Those are probably my highlights. So I gave you something a little bit statementy and something a little bit more simple.
It's pretty diverse.
Thank you.
So final question, what has surprised you about the jewelry?
What has surprised me, there's a lot of jewelry, right? A lot of jewelry. And I knew it was, I don't like to use the word saturated because that sounds closed off. I knew it was a lot, right? But I didn't realize how much. And initially I thought that that might be intimidating, but I think it makes it more special, right? Because what we all have that no one else has is our stories, and we bring that to the jewelry. And I think that that will always set you apart.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck for the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.